Welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Jean Nafton. I'm a financial controller by trade. I'm father, husband, son. I live in New York, and just like you, I experience stress in my life, and I see stress daily during my financial practice. And I was trying to find a way to control my stress and also to control the perception of life. And we're going to discuss perception later, but some of you have tried meditation before, and for some of you this is your first time. Um, we're going to discuss expectations, but might as well touch upon expectations now. I want you to drop the expectation of what meditation is perceived like in popular culture, namely, you see this in your mind's eye. You see monk in the monastery levitating, enlightened, reaching nirvana, etc., etc. Let's put this aside for now, right? Uh, Meditation is about practice, and you'll keep hearing from me word practice over and over, over and over. The reason being, meditation is about practice. Every meditation expert, for the lack of a better word, I met in my life is just a simply person that practices meditation daily, and they dedicated their life to meditation, and then everything works from that point on. Okay, if you hear any background noise, I live in New York, so silence is golden here, obviously. And we're gonna discuss earplugs later. Now, to truly understand meditation and actually to continue using meditation, it's very important to understand that meditation is just not a practice. It's not a practice that you do once a day and that's it. It's not a trip to a gym and you're done, right? Meditation is something that becomes part of your life, in the sense that meditation reflects your life. And as we work through our course, you'll see what I mean, right? So once you understand how meditation fits into your life and what you can learn from meditation, from that point on, practicing meditation does not become an issue because it becomes you. You learn from meditation not just about stress, you learn about yourself, right? So, whatever the expression is, the smooth sea does not make a good sailor, or whatever the expression is. But basically, you will see that, everyone expects perfect meditation, this 100%, whatever Zen like state, etc. You'll see that you will learn more about yourself when you have bad meditation, right? Whatever that means, right? When things do not go your way, that is when meditation becomes the most important thing in your life. You learn the most, right? Now, meditation is often, when practice meditation is often correlates with the word mindfulness and being present, etc., right? But if you think for a moment, being present in now, you also need to understand what is important, right? And non-stop you see books about the meaning of life and what is important, etc., etc. To simplify things, and again, it's all about practice. I want to do a practical exercise that will help us to approach what is important, right? So how's it gonna work? I'm going to start my timer for 20 seconds, right? And when I tell you hold, please hold your breath, right? And my timer will run for 20 seconds, right? No more. Hold your breath for 20 seconds. And then I will tell you breathe, and you can breathe, right? While you hold your breath, right? There's some things I'm going to mention to you. Do not breathe until I say breathe, okay? So please get ready, right? I'm starting my timer. Please hold. As the timer begins to run, right? 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. Do you feel how things are different for you right now? Your Facebook likes, your Instagram account, or whatever else. Breathe, breathe, 20 seconds passed. Do you feel now that things are not exactly the same? Your breath became the most important thing for you? So now let's discuss this further. So what did we learn from this experience, right? When you're holding your breath, right, and you suddenly realize that the other things that your mind screams at you, and later we're going to discuss the concept of the monkey mind, the thoughts that you're being bombarded with, they're not necessarily important to you, truly. For the lack of a better word, want does not equal need. Things the voice that says, I want, I want, I want, I want, does not necessarily means that it's important to you, that you need this, right? To survive, to become better, etc. Also, we always feel we have limitations, right? If only I had this, if only I had that. Oh, if this guy has this girl has that, that's why they're able to achieve. Now let's strip this all away. As long as you have that next breath that you're gonna take, this is all you really need to get where you need to be. You have one more breath, you can take one more step. You have one more breath, you can keep on fighting. You have one more breath, you can keep on living. So every time you lose control of things, or you feel you lost control of things, just remember one breath. Now, with this in mind, let's discuss our course. You're going to learn two things. Generally speaking, there's going to be two things we're going to approach. One is breathing, which is going to be the meditation. Two is exercise and some tools, or for the lack of a better word, tricks, right? And what if you have a question? There's two questions really. One is question that stops you completely from doing the course. And I'm going to set up a panic email, which you can use if only and only if you cannot continue with the course because of this question, right? The second type of question is just curiosity question. Write that question down and wait until the end of the course. Again, the monkey mind that we're going to discuss in the next slides will throw at you a billion of questions, all of them aimed at one goal: to stop you from doing whatever you're doing, right? And just procrastinate whatever you want to do, right? Just not meditate. Secondly, do not worry about doing anything wrong. If you follow the course, if you meditate, I've never seen anyone that practiced meditation once they understand the basics and that they went wrong. Meditation will guide you. You will see, if you'll take more advanced course, you'll see at some point there'll be certain events that when you meditate, and then you'll have questions. What is this? What am I experiencing? But it's only later, in the practice. When you're starting out, you cannot go wrong. Meditation, it's not heavy lifting. You cannot damage yourself. You can only benefit. Second, an additional point, while you're doing the course, do not look for more information. Don't read books about meditation. Don't watch videos. Do the course and practice. Practice what I'm teaching you. Again, meditation is about practice. In a way, it's like a sport. You can watch videos of sports all day long. You're not going to become an athlete. You have to go and exercise and do the exercises and train with the coach, etc. But you actually have to put in the work. Now, in this course, I'm going to teach you Vipassana meditation, which is, in simple terms, is concentration on your breathing, right? More specifically, nose breathing, but we're going to discuss this. So why this meditation? Is this the only meditation? No, it's not. There's volumes and volumes of books written about different meditations. There's different types of coaches or so-called gurus. Here's the reason why I'm teaching this particular meditation. Number one, simple to learn and to start. This meditation does not require you to learn any type of mantra. It does not require you to read 10,000 books before you can start. It does not require any specific knowledge about, esoteric, metaphysical, you name it. You can start right now. And actually, you will start right now. Once we go through our discussion, you will start and you will have your first meditation today. And If you understand how to do it, you can just continue, right? Secondly, it's easy to practice daily. What do I mean by this? This meditation does not require any kind of equipment, candles, bells, any kind of pillows, even though you can use a meditation pillow if you have one. All you need is your breath. And this is back to the slide where we talked about what's important. All you need is your breathing, right? And in my opinion, and this allegedly, as legend has it, this is the type of meditation that Buddha was practicing. And this is, I mean, it's not only my opinion, but this is one of the most democratic meditations, type of meditation. Why? Because it doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, what you have, what you don't have. This meditation is available to you. You can be the poorest person in the world, and you can meditate in Vipassana meditation daily and achieve anything you want with this meditation, right? So you can achieve any level of proficiency, anything you want, right? Which is not true of any other, other types of meditations that require certain equipment when you do that, right? Additionally, you can do it anywhere, right? So if you're, we're going to discuss sort of like micro meditations, basically when you, let's say, in your elevator and you're stressed out and you're going, 3 floors up or whatever, you can meditate, have those micro meditation when you close your eyes and just, or uh, have a couple of breaths. By the way, if you become extremely proficient, you can actually meditate with your eyes open. And we're not going to discuss this in this course. You can also, additionally, you can also meditate walking. I don't know if you know about walking meditation, right? So it goes a bit beyond Vipassana, but back to Vipassana meditation, this is all you need, your breath, right? So let's continue. Now, we talked about expectations. And as if you remember, I mentioned that do not expect anything, right? The people that don't meditate, that try meditation and stop, is because they have unrealistic expectations. They meditate and the first time they meditate and go, oh, you know what, that's not, it's stupid. I didn't feel anything. And this is not what meditation is about. Meditation is about practice. You practice, it will all come to you. And once you practice, you'll understand what I mean. Once meditation takes its course, you'll suddenly will feel the things that I'm talking about you, right? So I want to read something for you, and this is a old Zen story and one that you might have heard before, but I want to read to you because I want to discuss the topic, right? So, university professor went to visit a famous Zen master. While the master quietly served tea, the professor talked about Zen. The master poured the visitor's cup to the brim and then kept pouring. The professor watched the overflowing cup until he could no longer restrain himself. It's full! No more will go in, the professor blurted. This is you, the master replied. How can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup? So don't worry about what you know, what you don't know. Relax and concentrate on the process. Meditation will guide you, I promise you. Give meditation a chance, and meditation will guide the process. So let's continue. Now, I would like to discuss your sitting position. As you can see on the picture, there are different positions, right? The easiest one for most people to start with is just sitting in a chair, right? Um, your feet are planted on the floor, right, completely. Now, in meditation, there's some things that, well, you can choose different positions. There are a couple of things that are basically not negotiable. One is straight spine. And if sometimes people talk about chakras or energy, and or in Chinese, it's qi. Uh, let's put this aside for now. All the esoteric, stuff. If your spine is not straight, your breathing is not right. Okay, so your spine is straight. Now, if for some health reasons you cannot be sitting, right, you can meditate lying down. I've done this, when I had an injury and I had to be lying down. You can meditate while lying down. Okay, so this is, if there's some health issues, but if you can sit on a chair, please sit on a chair, uh, hands on your uh, knees, right lap, palms up if possible. You don't have to, but palms up if you can. If not, just put your hands on your knees and it's fine, right? But just remember, your spine needs to be straight. So your diaphragm, the muscle, the breathing muscle can breathe. And, because when you breathe, you try to breathe with your belly, but if you don't know how to do this, let's not concentrate on this right now, right? Let's let go of the belly breathing. The second thing is, when you choose a position, don't go with the creative one. Go with the one that is most comfortable to you. Why? Because once you start meditating, once you close your eyes, you start breathing, etc., I would prefer that you do not move, right? Because when you start meditating, you usually start, you start feeling itchy. You suddenly realize, oh my God, I'm not sitting right, etc. That's why, you know, figure out your position, right? The first meditation, second meditation, third, whatever, doesn't matter. You'll feel things. You'll be like, oh my God, I'm not comfortable. That's not the best way to sit. You'll work it out, right? So don't fight your body. Your body knows. It will figure out its own position. Just have the spine straight. That's the only thing that it's important to us right now at this stage. Later you'll work out. Some people meditate on a stool or like a zen pillow, meditation pillow. Sometimes I meditate, I have like a flat pillow that I just put on the floor and I sit, right? But figure out a position where you can keep your spine straight and it doesn't hurt, right? So your spine doesn't begin to hurt. So you can concentrate what you need to concentrate on. Okay, let's move on. Now, what do you need to have? Let's discuss certain tricks of the trade, right? Number one trick that I teach people is that you need to have a little notepad and pen, or pencil next to you. And here's why. You will learn, and if you've tried meditation before, you will know what I'm talking about. You start meditating, your mind begins to calm down, clear. It's like muddy water and starts to clear, and you start remembering things. And it will become, an avalanche of things you forgot to do or ideas. Or sometimes you'll have breakthroughs. You're thinking about something, and when you start meditating, when your mind calms down, you will be like, oh my God, that's the answer. So usually, you what are your options really at this point? Your option is either to open your eyes and look for something to write it on, or wait till meditation is over. But I promise you one thing, you'll be thinking about that thing until the meditation is over. It's like a famous story, like a fairy tale, where a guy says, to basically people who meditate or whatever, tells them, don't think about, this elephant or, this, monkey. And guess what? Everyone just keeps on thinking about that very monkey, right? Or that elephant, right? So here's what you do. You have a little pad next to you or a piece of paper, something that's comfortable you can write on without opening your eyes, and a pen right next to you. When you start meditating during this course, or if when you continue on your own, you get an idea, right? So you meditating, you get an idea, like, oh my God, I forgot to call my mom. Don't fight it. Without opening your eyes, and I stress, without opening your eyes, take that piece of paper, a pad, take a pen, and just write down your idea, put it down, and now concentrate again on what you need to do. Okay, so this is very important, and I want you to do that. It will help you as you meditate later. It's gonna be different, but let's not talk about that right now. This is a small trick that will help you immensely to concentrate. And some students, they told me, when they meditate, sometimes they keep on writing, so it ends up like a writing session because things pop up. Do not fight it. It's fine. It's okay. Just go with the process. Second thing is, if you meditate alone, you need a timer, and you can choose different timers. Some people get super creative. Don't choose ticking one. Something silent. Your phone is fine. Just don't use once it rings, it's something peaceful. So you don't go, doesn't go, you don't go crazy from the alarm, right? Something peaceful. I'm gonna mention later, or I might as well mention now. If you live in a noisy, apartment building, etc., earplugs help. If you want to use earplugs, help. It does help actually, right? Also, I might, mention it later, but if you meditate after work and your eyes hurt and it kind of like feels uncomfortable to keep your eyes closed, put some eye drops into your eyes, right? So those are like little tricks, but it helps, to continue the experience. So now let's move on. So now let's talk about breathing. And there are endless number of books written about Vipassana meditation, how to breathe, etc., etc., etc. Don't worry about all that never-ending knowledge, source of information. Here is what it is really, and it's as Zen masters say, if I explain to you what Zen is really, it will take like one sentence. And in case of Vipassana meditation, again, it's practice, but breathing itself is very simple. So you will close your eyes and you'll concentrate on sensation of air moving through your nostrils, right, when you breathe. Do not force the breathing, right? Do not, hyperventilate. Just naturally. In the beginning, you'll feel like it feels like you're either forcing it or it's too slow or you're out of breath. It will. Don't worry. In meditation, it's really and I'll keep on repeating it. Do not worry. You're not doing anything wrong, right? So just concentrate on your breathing through your nostrils, right? If for some medical reasons you cannot breathe through your nose, breathe through your mouth, right? It's the same thing. You just concentrate on air. But in perfect case scenario, it would be breathing through your nose. What are you concentrating on? It's the sensation of the air moving through your nostrils. So how does it feel, right? Now, often people say, you're stopping your thoughts. You're now. Do not fight your thoughts. You are not going to win, or at least not in the beginning. Or I would say probably, to be honest, in my honest personal opinion, 100% of people not going to win. I remember when someone asked Dalai Lama, if he had achieved complete control, and I'm not endorsing Dalai Lama or anyone else. It's just an example. Dalai Lama just laughed and said that no one is perfect. Like, of course, I lose control once in a while. So don't fight your thoughts. Instead, concentrate on your breathing, on the air and the sensation of the air, and it will take course. So now let's move to the next slide, and we're going to discuss something else. Now, and this is very, very, very important. Do not fight the monkey mind. And the monkey mind is what Buddhists and meditation practitioners refer to, basically this never-ending thoughts, the stream of thoughts in your mind, right? So it keeps on telling you things, and when you start meditating, you start hearing them, and you start, you're trying to fight it, and then you get upset at yourself that, oh, I can't do it. Why can't I do it? I see people in the movies and they meditate perfectly or whatever. You hear stories, people stopping their thoughts, etc., etc., etc. And this is where meditation becomes a perfect example of your life. Do not seek perfection. Do not concentrate on perfection. Concentrate on the practice. This is a very important lesson. Be kind to yourself. And what I mean by this is, once we start meditating, you start having thoughts. Do not get upset at yourself. Just accept it and move back to breathing, to the concentration on the air passing through your nostrils. thoughts, you catch yourself thinking about something else and not concentrating on the breathing, just peacefully, and I stress word peacefully, bring yourself back to the concentration on the air and sensation of the air. Do not fight it. It's, you're not going to win. The monkey mind was there for a very long time, and you accepted that noise, for the lack of a better word, as you. And as we work through the process, later you'll understand what I mean. But don't fight it. You lose control. You catch yourself thinking instead of concentrating your breathing, just peacefully. And again, note the word peacefully, without getting upset at yourself, without saying anything, for the lack of a better word, unkind words about yourself. Just peacefully bring yourself back. Do not aim at perfection, aim at practice. Meditation will take care of the rest. So now we're ready to begin our lesson, our official first lesson. The lesson will consist of the 10-minute meditation and writing assignment. And so let's now first proceed to meditation. Now, the first meditation will be only 10 minutes, because some of you will need to get used to that time. For some of you, it might seem as a long time. For some, it's a short time, but it doesn't matter. We'll work. We'll keep on increasing time. But for now, 10 minutes will be enough for us to start. Now, remember everything I said. You're sitting down. Your spine is straight. Your feet are firmly planted on the floor. Hands on your knees, on the lap. Palms up if possible. You'll be breathing through your nose, okay? And I'm gonna start. First, I want you to close your eyes. So before I start my timer, let's, I want to talk to you while your eyes are closed. So close your eyes, please. Now get comfortable. Make sure the spine is straight and you're breathing. It's you can breathe comfortably, right? So just make sure you're comfortable first. Don't worry about meditating. Just you're comfortable. Now feel the air moving through your nostrils. Don't force the air. Just concentrate on sensation. Doesn't matter what thoughts you're having. Just concentrate on the air moving through your nostrils. So do not open your eyes. Now I'm going to start timer for 10 minutes, and then when my timer beeps, I'll bring you back. I'm going to disable sound so my own breathing for meditation doesn't disturb you. So the timer is starting now. Okay, welcome back. We're done. You don't have to open your eyes right away. You can keep them closed if that's what you like. Usually when I meditate and when I'm done with meditation, unless I have to be somewhere, I'm, I would prefer to sit, with my eyes closed for a while. Now, don't worry about how you did. You know, no one's gonna reach nirvana on the first meditation. And just as I mentioned before, don't seek perfection. Go easy on yourself. Be kind, and don't worry about your first meditation. You're gonna have more meditations, and you'll be able to practice and get better. Also, as we go through lessons, I'm gonna teach you some tools and tips, etc., so you can get better. Right? I want to read something for you about meditation. A student went to his meditation teacher and said, "My meditation is horrible. I feel so distracted, or my legs ache, or I'm constantly falling asleep. It's just horrible." "It will pass," the teacher said. A week later, the student came back to his teacher. "My meditation is wonderful. I feel so aware, so peaceful, so alive. It's just wonderful." "It will pass," the teacher replied. So just remember, eh, for starters, any meditation session could be different, right? You can have, good days, bad days, but it's better if you stop looking at it this way, right? In the matter of not binary, in the sense of on and off, good, bad. Just see it as it is. You are where you need to be, and things are happening the way that they're supposed to be happening. So now let's move on. Now, about writing assignments. As you meditate, the thoughts that you hear, right? And in general in life, you hear this inner voice that says things to you. Some of those things are nice, some of those things are not nice, some of those things can be highly critical, or, for the lack of a word, better word, nasty. And you can call yourself, and I mean, we do call ourselves names, especially if something went wrong. But what is this voice, right? And do we really understand what it says to us? So how do we figure out better how to deal with it, with the voice? But also, when you meditate and when you come down and your thoughts become clearer, sometimes this voice gets to you. And especially if you had the bad experiences, some memories pop up, and it harms your meditation practice. Also, it harms your life in general. So the exercises that I'm going to give you, they're built to deal with that, right? So let's look at the exercises. Now, Ben Okri said, "Beware the stories you read or tell. Sadly, at night, beneath the waters of consciousness, they're altering your world." So we all have fears, and we're going to discuss some fears. But the first writing assignment is the fear of failure, and here is basically the assignment. You will need to do the following: write about 3 past experiences you think were failures, mistakes, inappropriate behavior, whatever else you call it in your mind. Do not look for recent experiences. If you can think of a memory from your childhood, write about this. It has to be a memory which brings up emotions and how you felt. Please note, be honest with yourself. Make sure you can destroy this paper as soon as you're done. Rip it to pieces, shred it, whatever you have to do. It is important for you to know no one will ever see it. So what you do is you set your timer for 15 minutes. You start 15 minutes, and you need the timer. The reason is I don't want you to write beyond 15 minutes, right? Because it's once you go, for half an hour, it becomes all over the place, right? So If you limit yourself in time, you will look for, for the lack of a better word, more painful stuff. You start writing, and once the lesson is over, this lesson, you'll start writing, and I'll see you in the next lesson, right? Now, I want to repeat, make sure when you do this exercise, you know 100% beyond any doubt that once you're done with the exercise, you will destroy this paper and no one will ever see it, because this will allow you to be honest with yourself. This is it's critical, it's important, because I want you to really write out the experience. And I'm repeating, it's 3 past experiences. You do not write something that happened yesterday. Try to go, farther, more back into the, I don't want to get Sigmund Freud on you, but go for childhood stories, right? Something from that. So please take this exercise very seriously, because the writing exercises, the writing assignments will be an important part of this course. So 15-minute timer, start writing. If, review again my requirements if something is not clear, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you very much.